Hi, Violet here. I'm going to show you my sewing room now. This is different from my craft room. These are little bedrooms in an older house. So I've got a lot of stuff packed in them, but okay, I've got a pink rug on the floor, an ironing board that I can set up. So we'll just gradually go in. To where my sewing machine is, or one of them. That's my new sewing machine. It's a Brother, and it's got quite a few stitches, and I really like it. I used that to make some of the quilting on the sunflower quilt. So I put a big table there. There was a bed there. I can't have guests now. And I bought a long table, and I put my sewing machine there and lots of other things, my scissors and stuff. And now the chair, I redid an office chair with pink fabric, and I also did a ham and a little mini ironing board with the sleeve thing. So ouch. Let's just go in a little bit more here. It's very crowded, but I've tried to keep everything neat. In the background, there's a serger with a cover on it, another couple sewing machines. Actually, there's two sergers, and then there's my felting machine, has no cover on it. And then these are shelves. This shelf goes way up and way down to the floor, and it contains yarn. That wire shelf there with the doilies in the front contains fabric, interfacing, quilt batting, the thinner stuff. These two baskets I got at the thrift store. They're lined with pink gingham. Oops, something just fell. There's the ham and the little ironing board that you can put into a sleeve. And there's the little rug I did with the yarn, and that's outside into the hallway. So I'll turn the camera around here. So this is the door that we came in, and I have a pink rack hanging there, and a sewing bag that I got at the fabric store. It has a sewing machine on it, and I have a wreath that I made following Liz Benavides tutorial, and that's a fun tablecloth I got at the thrift store. So that's the sewing bag, and I also have wallpaper that or border paper that has hearts and sewing machines on. I've got quite a bit of that, and I was going to paper the room, but it's just too much right now. This is in the corner. I have my knitting machine set up. They can just see the end of it. It's a double bed machine, and that's my bulky machine. I've got some other machines tucked away underneath the sewing machines there. I was into that a lot. And then I've got different pictures here. Some of them are needlepoint, and some of them are those 3D ones. And that one at the bottom there is it's a really old print, and my knitting machine thread gauges in front of it. And then there's stuff behind there, but we won't go there. So then there's another shelf in the corner, and it contains, there's my iron and a clock and just different things, some of it from my knitting machine. And then I'm going to switch around here. The sun is shining from the west over in the window, so it's kind of making the light a little bit difficult. I'll just get this tripod. So here I've got some boxes and these plastic baskets. They're kind of like lace. I got those at the dollar store. And then I have some plastic bins. And over there is my other sewing machine. And there's the other, see, there's the corner of the room. I have a mannequin. I got that one for free. I've got suitcases that one's got Christmas stuff in it, and one's got interfacing, and one's got yarn, I think. And there's my chair, and I just put the tiles down where there's no rug, because the floors didn't have any covering once I took the vintage linoleum off. So I'm going to go over here now. And what I did is one day when I was extremely bored and trying to get organized, I sorted through all my thread and I put, like there's the red thread, and I've got them labeled with, like there's pink and gray and brown, and I've got them labeled. And then down further is bobbins, elastic. And I made curtains. It's probably going to be hard to see them. I'll have to put a still picture. I made the curtains out of 2 sheets from the thrift store. And then the extra fabric that I cut off the end, I made sewing machine covers. I made 2 of them. Or one's for my serger, I guess. And then at the top there, it's hard to see now with the sun shining in, but there's wallpaper. I started to wallpaper a little bit where it was really rough. This house is almost 100 years old, and it's had very few renovations. So it's got thread spools, and then I've got another piece of that sewing machine wall or border edging up there. Then I've got a couple mini sewing machines, the toy ones. And that is a panel that I got at the sewing store, and I just love it. I just have it hanging on the door of the closet.